Greetings and welcome to the wonders that only exist in this moment. Thank you for joining us at Unity of Chicago South today. Now let us center ourselves. Just for today, we will keep our minds filled with possibilities and not obstacles. We will keep our conversations filled with the good we deserve and watch this goodness engulf us. Just for today, nothing will be impossible. Greetings, I'm Reverend Dr. Stephanie Wilson-Coleman, and it's a pleasure to be here today. This month, as we celebrate the spiritual principle power, my message, as always, is intended to be a message of hope, one that will inspire you to rethink what is possible for your life. Last week, Reverend Dr. Nick Angadi reminded us that as we celebrate the principle of power, we are celebrating the power of God. We also know that this power is invisible, indescribable, and indestructible. Because we are one with this power, we use it unconsciously every day. We demonstrate this power through our acts of forgiveness, our ability to love, through gratitude, and with the choices we make and the stories we live. Moment to moment, we use our power to choose love or fear. So what story are you giving your power to now? What are your choices revealing? You all that know me know I love stories, so here's a story. Swami and his disciple Ragni were strolling on the beach by the ocean. It was a cold day, and the wind was blowing strongly over the ocean, raising very high waves. After walking for some time, Swami stopped, looked at his disciple, and asked, "What does the choppy ocean remind you of?" The answer was, "It reminds me of my mind and my rushing and restless thoughts." Yes, the stormy ocean is like the mind, and the waves are the thoughts, Swami explained. The mind is neutral like the water. It is neither good nor bad. The wind is creating the waves as desires and fears produce thoughts. "I wouldn't want to be a boat in the middle of the ocean in a storm like this," said Ragna, the disciple. "You are there all the time with this storm," says Swami. And he continued, "Most people are on a rudderless boat in the middle of a choppy ocean, even if they don't realize it. The mind of most people is very restless. Thoughts of all kinds come and go incessantly, agitating the mind like the ocean's waves." "Yes," said Ragni, interrupting him, "but I want to calm down the waves of my mind." Swami looked at Ragni for a while, smiled, and said, "You don't calm the ocean by holding the water and not letting it move. What is necessary is to stop the wind. Your thoughts, desires, and fears are like the wind, and you need to calm them down and not let the wind rule your life. You learn to control the winds by controlling your attention and focus, and then the ocean of your mind would become calm. When you can control your mind and make it peaceful, you will have more control of your life. However, don't focus on changing the outside world. Focus on changing and calming your inner world. After you're able to control your inner world, you'll be able to control the world around you." And Ragna asked, "How do I do that?" The Course of Miracles, lesson 152 says that it reminds us that the power of the decision or choice belongs to us. No one can suffer loss unless it be his own decision. Nothing occurs but represents your wish, and nothing is omitted that you choose. Recent data shows that 70% of Americans fail to achieve their goals, and 20% of Americans don't even bother to set goals. One of the major reasons reported for not achieving their goals is not having a clear view of what they want in life. 53% of Americans reported having a cluttered mind. You see, stories are powerful. We use our power of choice when we keep telling stories of lack, impending doom, and financial destruction. And if we're not the ones telling the stories, we certainly are intently listening to them and willingly passing them on. We unknowingly weaken our beliefs and our consciousness every time we use our power to choose to participate actively or passively in these kinds of conversations. You see, stories are powerful. Think back to the most recent conversation you had. I'm sure it was filled with passion about health, religion, money, race, and our society. These stories are full of life. They're often messy, and they're about people and events and what we have decided is true. They're never about just ideas and concepts. If we pay attention to the stories we choose to tell, we will see a clear picture of why we are experiencing a life that is filled with ups and downs, life and death. Choosing to stay focused on the good that is continually present in our life requires us to always live in the present moment, in the now, while turning a deaf ear to the tales of destruction that are beckoning for our attention. Stories are powerful. We must learn how to calm the winds of our mind, which are our thoughts and conversations, so the mind or the ocean is not restless. So how do we get started? Let's start by making a decision. The Course in Miracles, lesson 138 says, heaven is the decision I must make. It reminds us in this world, heaven is a choice, because here we believe there are alternatives to choose between. We need to be reminded that we think 1,000 choices are confronting us when there is only one to make. That choice is love, for only love exists. Present moment mindfulness is one technique we can also try. When you're caught up in a whirlwind of they did me wrong, and the world is coming to an end stories, and cats and mice are jumping to their doom, bring your attention to whatever you're doing and remind yourself to stop, breathe, and listen. Stop the current thoughts, breathe deeply and exhale, and listen to the sounds around you. Daily meditation helps also. Robert Gray Hawk-Koch reminds us that using meditation can control complex emotions. Our minds consist of the conscious mind, which is approximately 12% of the mind, and the subconscious mind, which is approximately 80% of the mind. And in order to change your mind and emotions, you have to work with the subconscious mind. We can tap into the subconscious mind through meditation. There are several methods of meditation, from the traditional sitting in a chair to moving meditations. Find the one that best suits you and commit to a daily practice. In addition, meditation amps up your power of choice by relieving the intensity of negative emotions, stress. It will boost resilience and compassion, and it even slows down age-related cognitive decline. Also, I want you to use your superpowers, gratitude and forgiveness. Studies have revealed that gratitude has approximately 30 benefits. A daily practice of gratitude will help you to become more optimistic, improve your decision making, and reduce stress. It also will reduce your blood pressure. It will help with recovery from substance misuse and depression. I can attest to the reduction in blood pressure. I want you to forgive yourself. Remember, you are as perfect as you need to be in any given moment. Embrace your life, celebrate your imperfections, and forgive others for not being perfect. There are more than 20 benefits for forgiveness. Two monks were traveling together, a senior and a junior. They came to a river with a strong current where a young woman was waiting, unable to cross alone. She asked the monks if they would help her cross the river. Without a word, and in spite of a sacred vow he'd taken not to touch women, the older monk picks her up, crosses, and sets her down on the other side. The younger monk joins him across the river and is aghast that the older monk has broken his vow, but doesn't say anything. An hour passes as they travel on, then 2 hours, then 3 hours. Finally, the now quite agitated younger monk can't stand it any longer. Why did you carry that woman when you took a vow as monks not to touch women? The older monk replied, I set her down hours ago by the side of the river. Why are you still carrying her? Prolonged unforgiveness not only keeps you stuck in what you thought your brother did, the Course of Miracles reminds us that an unforgiving thought distorts the mind and will continue to pose a contradiction to the truth. Another technique I want you to try is to write it out. Instead of living at the mercies of your story, write it out. Start a journal where you explore the questions, what are these emotions? Why am I experiencing them? Journaling your thoughts, emotions, and challenges have been proven to reduce anxiety, depression, and help you see the causes and solutions more clearly. It also helps you to identify or avoid certain triggers that cause you to get stuck. While you are writing it out, write about the things that bring you joy also. Write about the people and the experiences you love. Viktor Frankl reminds us that love is the ultimate and the highest goal which man can aspire. No matter what, love will bring your thoughts from the pits of despair to the exaltation of the Most High. It will help with calming the wind in your mind and improve your ability to choose better thoughts. Laughter is good medicine also. Humor is one of the soul's tools to help you rise above any situation. Laughter produces positive emotions that lead to feelings of amusement, happiness, and joy. It helps to build resiliency and increase creative thinking. So instead of having a pity party, try scheduling a laugh-in. Ernest Holmes said, there is no power in the universe but ourselves that can free us. Nothing outside you can keep you down. Nothing outside you can free you, prosper you, or bless you, but you. You are the way the abundant life is manifested. So by all means, trust in yourself. Trust in that power that created you. Trust that all is well because it is, and praise God. It is said that life is a series of continuous choices we make every day. So the power of choice is not something to be taken lightly. Your power of choice is the moment of creation. Now live your life with your arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The pages are to be filled with your choices. Make your story powerful. Choose heaven. Choose the power of God. Get ready for everything new, everything different, everything true. Now let's be still for a minute and center ourselves. Just for today, I will trust that power greater than myself to guide and direct my steps. I will seek out the things that make my soul smile and take time to appreciate the beauty that surrounds me. I will believe just for today that the universal power is working to shape my world in ways that I cannot begin to imagine. Just for today, I will not be separated from God. For starting today, my stories will be powerful. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishment the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Trust your greatness.